right up and come on in. Here's where the fun begins.
Can you loan me $30?
Ham boning.
No.
Ham boning will save your life someday. It'll be all like, what? You trying to mug me?
Yeah, I mean, this will be the Cartoon Chat episode where we just talk about it and discuss, so we have, like, just a back and forth about it.
Oh, yeah.
I had my own rant about it, of course, but, like...
I saw you did. I didn't even watch it rant yet.
You don't have to. You probably hear more about what I think, more of the same thing again. But, hey guys, welcome to Cartoon Chat. I'm Brian Swan, joined alongside Mark Warren, a.k.a. K9 Biscuits. Find him on his YouTube channel. As also Blasting Trouble Reports. At some point, there will be more content on there as well. But
oh crap, I keep forgetting to upload videos there. I have to finish the edited videos. I keep forgetting to.
Right. Oh, you'll get there eventually. It's time scheduling.
And nobody's waiting for them, so like I gotta
come on, there's one person waiting for them. Come on. I think it might be Kevin, subscriber. Kevin, you subscriber, man. We'll find out. But no. Let's talk about Bunsen Is A Beast. They just had their crossover last week. And, of course, we talked about Timmy Power Hour last week, all about sort of the greatest crossover of the past, and just in terms of Nickelodeon crossovers. So now we have Bunsen Is A Beast crossing over Fairy OddParents. We said before, and I've listened to it because I was editing it all, it's like, we had sort of the potential of it's there, but the world of Bunsen Is A Beast isn't fully fleshed yet. We had sort of this, it could be good or bad. We didn't know where it was going to go because, again, we saw Timmy Power Hour, or we've seen what Chartman has done with Fairly OddParents in the past. This could be a really good episode. And, just let me get you some stats out here. It's a 24-minute episode, so unlike the PPG versus TTG episode, it was, you had a lot more time, or just double the time of what would usually be a sort of really small crossover. This really allowed for the characters to be on screen a lot more. So that's the good thing about it. So I'll give you that. Just that.
Yeah, Say Uncle was also 13 minutes, or 11 minutes.
What's up?
Say Uncle was also 11 minutes. The
right.
Steven Universe and Uncle Grandpa one.
Gotcha. But yeah, first thoughts going into because we already talked about our expectations for it in the prior episode.
This is like something. This is like unlike Timmy Jimmy. This is a Bunsen episode.
Yeah.
And instead of it's in the animation style. It's the focus is on Mikey and Bunsen.
Right.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't have to go through. I don't want to go through all of it again. Where it's like we start off in Bunsen's world. They talk about Fairly OddParents, but I guess it would be easier to go through that direction where it's like we start from the beginning all the way to the end. So we just talk about all the points that sort of were like the biggest, I think, things that we found good or bad about it. More bad, obviously, than good. But the first thing that I called into question myself was
more bad things than good, or something good here. I didn't see any. I didn't see it, to be honest.
You didn't see any bad things?
No, I didn't see any good things.
Oh,
hey, what do you mean? I didn't see any bad things? Like,
no, I mean,
that's like physically impossible. That's like scientifically impossible.
That's true. The parts that I saw that were actually good, that I would give as good parts, were only like little moments. Cosmo and Wanda's dialogue in the sort of portal station, great dialogue. Felt like the classic Fairly OddParents, them going back and forth, the normal. Crocker at times felt like he was a normal character. Other than that, and Timmy actually feeling smart. That was weird, actually. That was bad. I think that if they were smart enough, they wouldn't have Timmy become the genius person of the whole thing. They'd have them be about equal. But, that's the difference between Timmy Power Hour, is that, and Bunsen Is A Beast here. This focuses on Bunsen and the Fairies, when Timmy focused on the Timmy and Bunsen. So it's the secondary characters are Timmy and Mikey. We're not looking at those two really.
Like, here's the thing, we were talking about this with crossovers before. It's like the best thing about crossovers is like they utilize like a lot of references between both between both medias. The thing with this crossover, like, realize is like what we question when we first heard about this crossover is like Bunsen is just coming out. There's barely much to reference it. But
this,
like when
this
you
was
actually
the 6th episode. This was the 6th episode.
Yeah, but like when you actually see this episode, it's like, oh, they literally don't have anything to reference.
Nope.
It's just like, because like it kind of takes the fun out of a crossover. It's just like they're just meeting these guys from another show, but like it really has no real chemistry, no real.
There's no growth either there's no growth for the Fairly OddParents side at all with this.
Yeah,
because I mean, you want to come out with both.
Oh, you don't even get the good side. It's just
no, it's actually really bad. I mean, there were moments where it was like, this is really just bad, you know. And it's like, we'll talk about this later, but there's a point where Timmy's dad is in this, and I talked to you about this when the video was paused. It's like, it would make a lot more sense for one of Timmy's friends to be coming in out of the blue, just to make a little bit more leveling of, these are kids, right? It would make a little bit more logical sense than, oh, this is a parent that's going to be going on an adventure in Bunsen's world. Just
like feel more about his world. The thing about this show is like, Bunsen as a whole, this animation is trash. Like Butch Hartman's work does not work in like full on Flash. Like, you said the current season Fairly OddParents is Flash.
I might be wrong. I mean, I thought that I saw it.
It's because I guess it probably still isn't Flash, but it's still retaining like more frames. So this is like the type of Flash. This is just like super jello-y.
Right.
Flash.
Like it was quickly put together. Almost.
Like this like on a level of Canadian animation, like Johnny Test and shit.
Yeah, and that's surprising for Fairly OddParents, especially where it was in the past decade.
Because it's like, okay, you're used to it with this show because like it's just like it's you can tell it's definitely made for this kind of animation. But when you get to the actual characters, Fairly OddParents, it looks so
it's weird.
It so looks unsettling. It looks like these characters look so off model and so weird looking in this style. It shows you how cheap it is.
Right. I mean, we could counteract that by talking about Jimmy's Timmy Power Hour. It was weird for Timmy to go into Jimmy's world as well, and there were moments when Timmy's friends would go into the world and it would look horribly animated as well. But there wasn't.
I think the animation was horrible. I thought the models were just off.
Right. There wasn't a point where I was like, this looks really, really bad.
Yeah.
It was just like, this looks odd because it's in 3D, and you're taking a 2D character in 3D.
It was still interesting though.
Right.
It was.
This just looks ugly. This just looks like a downgrade.
Everything else around it was animated nice. Like the only thing that weirded me out was only the models of those characters.
Right.
It's like it's just like it's like with this episode is like these models of these characters not only look weird. It's just like it kind of shows you how like
simple Bunsen Is A Beast is.
How crap this animation is.
Yeah. It's a weird direction for Butch Hartman to be going in, but that's where we have. But yeah, like in terms of like the story, you know, we start off in Bunsen's world. Bunsen says, "Oh, we're celebrating the 6-month friend anniversary." I don't know why they just didn't
Which
say.
they never explained the origin to.
Why didn't they just say a year? Why didn't they just say, "Oh, he's like, I want to hang out with"? Why is it so specific that it's 6 months? Anyway,
there's no explanation to any of this, by the way.
No, there's no little flashback of like
they're just friends.
Yeah.
For some reason, and I guess Beast just exists towards fairies. I get some magic.
Even though we had a fairy world and they could have, you know,
there's no mention of Beast.
There's never been a mention. There is no mention of Jorgen von Strangle, even when the rules were being broken at all, which logically would have been there. But obviously, Butch Hartman's so oversimplified for the OddParents to this degree that he's never going to come back. In Fairy World, hasn't come back in this episode either. But they go to Fairy World. Of course, the girl Amanda follows them. There are some overused jokes in this as well. One of them being the boom boom joke. Why these characters are so stupid that they call it boom boom is another big issue with me. Like they can't just logically have them be a little bit more intelligent to the fact that it's like you can't just call it TNT. Like they used to remember Crocker used to call it like TNT or bomb or something. Right? He used to have actual names to things, not just boom boom. And now it's like boom boom.
I mean, there's like a lot of weird safe jokes, and like I'm not sure. I still don't get why this show is on regular Nickelodeon instead of Nick Jr. I mean, because like something like Breadwinners is like really stupid, but it's like the kind of stupid you shouldn't really show little children. So I can get why crappy shit like Breadwinners was on Nickelodeon, but like a safe show like this is on
should be on
Nick Jr.
Yeah, it's just dumb. It's it's the elementary line I did in my review. I was like, this is the elementary version of Fairly OddParents. This is so simple that I say it's the elementary
version of the bad Fairly OddParents episode.
Right. No, that's a good point. It does not get any high praise for being anything close to Fairly OddParents. Just in the fact that it's just very simple. Another portion
because you want an elementary version of Fairly OddParents, wow, whoopsie.
That's a good point.
I thought that was an actual good show, and that was on Nick Jr.
Right. So it was smarter than this.
Yes. That's a weird thing, too.
Yeah. Dora is smarter than this. And she's the one asking people on screen, where is this? But anyway, we get to Bunsen's basement. Out of the blue, he has 4 portals. Just never been explained in the past. Never like Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, oh, there's a portal area, and on the Dimsdale side that Jimmy could go through. I'll talk about the other side where it's on the Dimsdale side, but I want to talk about the Bunsen side first. He just has 4 portals. One of them is Dimsdale. The other one is there are 2 that are just referenced to destroy and hurt people, and then the 4th one is
these portals are jokes with the punchline being the Black Friday one, and it's a joke they spend too much time on.
Yeah,
especially the second.
Yeah,
the second they use a joke twice, and the second time they use it, they spend
for 2 or 3 minutes. They're just there
spend 2 or 3 minutes
it.
on it.
And one of the things you brought up, which would have been really fun as a 4th wall breaking joke, would have been if the portals were connected to other Butch Hartman series, Tough Puppy,
or just series and other Nick series in general. Like you don't have to show it or do it. He just mentions and people know what that means. This portal leads to an underwater town. This portal leads to a ghost world, and this portal leads to
some anamorphic animals that
or just a bulgy world, and you already know what that means.
Right.
So it's they could have done that.
Exactly. It would have expanded the possibilities too.
It could be even funny. I feel if they went inside one of the portals, it could still be off screen.
You can
still hear sounds or voices, or hear them describing ooh, science lab, right? Aliens, or something like that.
That would have been cool. Yeah, that would have been really cool. It's too smart for Bunsen. It's too smart for something like this.
Too much effort for this show.
Too much effort. Too much you can't just get on the phone and ask for a voiceover or something. No, too difficult.
Yeah, this show really has no really. It barely has much effort in its writing, effort in animation. It's weird. I would love to like it because
it looks cool.
I like the colors.
It's a cool idea.
I like the colors, and design is something I can get used to if the writing characters is so much better.
Right. I mean, and there's a lot of possible lore they could go into with Bunsen's character. This show is severed from is there's no introduction episode. It's just they're just friends. Yeah, you said that there was no introduction episode a couple of minutes ago before we started recording. It's one of the reasons I thought that they didn't have an introduction episode was because it's Butch Hartman. They probably don't even care if he's okay, we trust you enough to have a series that'll give us enough revenue.
It's but this one is just super, especially for a show without straight man. It's because all of his past shows had someone
will keep it on
introduction episode. It's Fairly OddParents had an introduction episode. You see him get his Fairly OddParents.
Yep.
Danny Phantom has a introduction episode,
of course,
where you see him get his ghost powers. Even Tough Puppy had an introduction episode where you see him getting into I think it's called Tough.
The Academy.
Yeah.
Not the not the Academy.
The spy place.
The agency.
The agency. Yeah.
Don't watch the Academy. So it was weird that they didn't expand on this character and the lore. But again, back to the portals. On the other side though, in Dimsdale, just this really this was so weird because you have Cosmo and if it was a portal that was only there temporarily, it would be cool. But Cosmo, Wanda, Timmy, they're waiting in a train station that humans can just walk down into. We see at the end of the episode, Crocker and Amanda just walk through the portal, no problem. This was always something that they could go through. It's just weird that, I don't know, that it was so horribly put together and horribly explained. Does this thing temporarily open and close? Is there something that's there? Is there an amulet or some bracelet that allows you to go through? Nope, it just opens and closes, and And they
sound surprised that they know they're coming in. Apparently.
Yeah. Now
and like and it's weird. It's like they have rules for Timmy. They have rules for Mikey that only Timmy can like let him use his fairy light parents, but like yet he's just like allowed to see them, allowed to know their fairies.
That was a big issue with me, where it's like he could see them, and he could just. But the bigger thing was, of course, they get into the train station, and we see that Mikey can just wish. Like, Wanda doesn't say no. He can just wish out of, like, Timmy's fair. It was like...
No, here's the thing. It's like, Mikey just, like, as soon as they got there, Mikey just, like, wished for something and it happened.
Right.
I don't know why he had a third...
He had a third arm because he went through the portal.
Okay. Like, he just wished for something and it happened. And then Timmy explains later, like, well, I let you wish the first time. Like, wait,
you didn't. He just
wished. Yeah,
he just did it on his own, like an ungrateful asshole.
Yeah,
I mean, you didn't do shit.
It's like a friend taking from your wallet to buy the biggest thing on a fast food menu.
Yeah, it's like if someone just like bought a number 5 when everyone else is buying from the value menu.
Yeah,
you know. But like, the thing is.
Please keep this in.
I will. All right, inside joke, guys. Always make sure that you care for your friends' wallets. But no, the weird thing was, like, additionally, we have Bunsen wishing, but before even all of that comes in, Crocker's waiting in this train station portal station thing for the fairies.
They're not concerned in the least bit either.
They don't give a... Timmy doesn't give a shit.
At first I thought, like, okay, Timmy doesn't know he's there, but Timmy looks behind and smiles like, okay, he knows he's there. Why doesn't he just wish him away or some shit?
Why doesn't he ask for a wall or anything? Like, he after 15, 20 years of Fairly OddParents, Timmy knows the potential of Crocker. He knows that Crocker would do some crazy shit with the fairies. There is no reason that Timmy's just like, oh yeah, that's okay for me to just sit back and enjoy. What's up?
Yeah, another thing is, there's no reason Crocker should be on the level of this little girl either.
Yeah, he shouldn't.
Because he's done more
there's no
way more bombastic things than this girl does.
You know what would have been cool if like Crocker was like, I'll take you to my lab, and he like goes down the portal, and the loop. Remember?
Yes.
He goes down the loops in the portal, and he drops down, and he has a bunch of weapons. But there's no weapons really, except for one at the end. That's really crappy. But Butch Hartman simplified everything about Fairly OddParents, and it sucks because the lore was really cool. They expanded the lore, like we said in the second Timmy Power Hour, where it's like anti-fairies, all these things were expanded, and they did a really good job of giving us a bigger world. They've shrunken it down to such a small size and made it so weird that it's just like, why? What's the point now?
Yeah, here's the thing. It's like
it's like a soft reboot almost.
Yeah, but like also like I guess it's the animation, like the whole areas. Like, here's something about Bunsen the Beast. You don't get much of the environments at all. Everything feels so closed in.
Yep.
Everything's like there's like you don't feel like there's much space there. Yeah. There's no distance at all. Cause like for some reason that's present in like when you get to the Fairly OddParents world as well.
That's because they use the same style.
Yeah, it's like everything's still so squished in. You don't like these it's you can tell when it's like cheap flash when you're just getting these stock backgrounds.
Yep. And
like you're not getting much because like there's not much set pieces here at all.
Nope.
From the fairies, can go Timmy Power Hour. Jimmy just goes like when Jimmy goes to Timmy's world, he goes like everywhere.
Exactly.
Like all around the school, like to like you see him on the road with Vicky.
Exactly.
And so that was like a really good moment. But like it's like this like feels so closed in.
Right. But yeah, I mean, we then just keeping the fluidity moving of the episode. Of course, Mikey gets to wish some more, and they poof out of there before Amanda does anything stupid to them. Like, they actually have sort of like, they don't even like care actually if because Amanda's so simple as well that like Bunsen's like nonchalantly like, yeah, she's my mortal enemy. She's right in front of me. She's not gonna do anything. Whatever. Like, and it's just like, okay. And they poof away. But, they poof away, and we see this. I don't know if you really cared about this. I thought this was really interesting. When Crocker met up with Amanda. I thought the first introduction was actually one of the coolest things, and not coolest, sorry, just one of the more witty parts of the episode. As in, like, the back and forth was
compared to everything else.
Compared to everything, that was it. Compared to everything else, it was witty.
It wasn't that great to me.
It wasn't all that. I'm saying compared to everything else in that entire episode, I was looking for something just like that with Bunsen and with Cosmo and with Wanda and with Mikey. Just something where it's like back and forth and back and forth. Like, no, just it was so flat.
Something like that between Mikey and Timmy, but like Mikey's not like as we've seen.
Not smart enough at all.
Yeah, because I still don't know much about the character, but like Mikey, I just learned from this episode, Mikey's not that smart of a character to have that kind of witty dialogue with Timmy.
No, and that sucks because I mean I was looking forward to
something this show had got me realizing too is because like this could have worked. This crossover could have worked because like the straight people
better.
Yeah, you because like the straight people in this episode is Timmy and Wanda.
Yep,
they're the only ones that like can get weirded out by stuff. Mm-hmm. What like makes you realize is this show suffers from like just like being nonsensical with no straight man.
Exactly.
It's weird because okay, Mikey's just like overexcited and just like accepting of everything weird. Bunsen is just an idiot who's just plain weird. And like the girl,
Cosmo of course is just you're just talking about the Bunsen universe.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the show. And like the girl, she's pretty much accepting of everything weird, but she just wants it. She wants to get rid. She's only trying to use it against them. That like nobody, there's no straight man. There's nobody's using it against her. Yeah, and it's like you gotta have like
a little bit more.
You gotta have a chill. You at least gotta have a chill character like to
either have a chill character or a little more
to balance out the insanity. Because even something like Uncle Grandpa, I can enjoy because a chill character you have is Gus. Mm-hmm. He's smart and he's like when everything's stupid, he's the only one that's like you got like making them realize, yeah, you guys are doing something stupid.
Exactly.
This show has no character like that at all.
Nope. It's just weird that I mean, again, like you just said, it's like either you have a straight man or you have a little bit more of complex characters in general. Like don't dumb it down to this degree without at least a little bit of complexity at some purpose or some point. Going forward here to the next point, they poof and we see that they're in Timmy's bedroom, and Mikey is so like I think Mikey's just again this shows how stupid Mikey is, but he's just like back and forth poof ha poof ha poof ha poof ha ha ha. They're not doing anything like Jimmy Timmy Power Hour 3 was, where it's like they're shooting rockets in the sky or they're like building stuff together. It's like something fun. No, he just poofed back. I thought that was going to be a cool
and like, well, at least they got tired of the wishes.
Who, Timmy?
No, in the second one, like Timmy lend the Jimmy's friends are fairies.
Right. That's a good point. It's like this guy is just like I want to keep wishing, and Timmy had to be the smart the guy. It's like, oh well, no, dude, this is a little extreme. And we've only seen it for like 10 seconds.
He doesn't rebel against it. He's just like, no, that's a little extreme, and like he just keeps going with it. He's like, okay,
right. But this is nowhere.
You know what you want,
right? This is nowhere close to the next point, or the next part. I just thought was really weird, and I brought it up already, which is that Timmy's dad comes in, barges in with Timmy, and just like, it's okay at first. It's like okay. You think that like okay, well, Cosmo's gonna Wanda's gonna poof them into the fishbowl. The logical thing that's always happened for the past 15 years. Every time, that's always the thing. You keep it going and you make sure that it's always there. Nope.
Yeah, that wasn't it.
Nope. For some reason, he sees all of them, and they let them see. Good job on Timmy for saying, "Oh yeah, well these are just magicians," but. Does that fly? I mean, I don't.
That's not like I said before. It's not the first time they seen them.
It's just
and, like he had some kind of dumb explanation from them. I guess like
it just as a crossover. It just was very weird that this is the route that they took.
Yeah,
they didn't say let's add like AJ or like someone else. What's the other friend? AJ and
Chester.
AJ. They didn't say AJ or Chester
or that
or the girl Tootie or the girl what's her name?
I was talking about the one Timmy at the sheriff friend. There's not even mention of her.
Right.
And like you're trying to
Chloe.
Yeah, Chloe.
No, that's weird too, because Chloe is the one that everyone I get that I hate Chloe, but she could have been the other person that would have made sense in this crossover other than Timmy's dad.
In terms of just reference, like,
right.
you should, like, at least just, like, reference, like, oh, where's Chloe? She's, like, somewhere else.
Yep. But there's no mention of Chloe, and people like that. I'm okay with that. I just think that it would be better if another character, other than
I don't
Timmy's
care,
dad,
to be honest, but, like, it's, like, I mean, it's a crossover. Just bring out all the references, bad or good.
Exactly. I mean, no Poof again. I mean, we've no Poof, no dog, none of the friends, nothing really. And this was just so bare bones. Again, like I said before, it's like a soft reboot. I really wish they were going to reboot this entire Fairly OddParents, start with something new. Don't do this where it's like we see how dumbed down all the characters are, how simple it is. I thought that this was a missed opportunity, but
there's really no there was really like barely any like what I like about crossovers. They have like a lot of meta jokes or make fun of like. There's really none of that here except for like Timmy's dad saying, Mikey looks like a hot dog and like. And like I guess like Bunsen singing the Fairly OddParents episode, but like it's like
when Bunsen walks into his house like OddParents Fairly OddParents sings the theme. Yeah, that was cool. Those were only 2 points.
It wasn't really cool. It was just
not cool, but like
the only 2 moments of like it like meta jokes kind of ish.
Right.
It like wasn't. It's weird. Fuck, I forgot what I was about to say.
Right. I mean, I don't know. Like maybe.
Oh yeah. This episode doesn't go anywhere. It barely has like a really. It's more of like, Crocker and the girl. I keep forgetting her name. Oh, Amanda. Amanda trying to find a way to like catch them and like they keep failing.
They are the literal worst.
And they use like a piano falling on their head like.
Four times. It's you've done 4 times.
And it's like
actually 5, but one of them didn't have the explosion. They used the piano joke.
Yeah, but they didn't even make fun of that. It was just
just overused continuously.
It went to a commercial break after that.
Yep.
Then they just like decided to use a vacuum cleaner that worked.
What's up?
Then they decided to use a vacuum cleaner that worked. For some reason, they needed download. I think it's a download magic.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. But one of the things I found weird was like if they were going to do a crossover like this, why didn't they just use? They didn't even need the villains. It's just like let's just have them hang out. Honestly, if it was this hard to make Crocker look threatening, and if it was this hard for Amanda and Crocker to look threatening at all, and they made this really simple character, these 2 characters look really simple, why not just have Bunsen and Cosmo just hang out? That's it. Like,
yeah.
Why did this have to be like, oh well? We're going to have evil and that. Like, this could have just been a fun hangout episode. Stupid. Whatever. You didn't need evil behind anything evil at all. So, yeah, I mean, this was just really stupid, and the decisions that they made were really weird. And again, we get to the point where it's like, all right, well, they get to this park, and, like, they get caught. Or not get caught, but, like, he's, like, Crocker and Amanda trying to catch Bunsen and Cosmo and Wanda, of course, Crocker trying to catch the fairies. And it's just like, what's the... They still weren't really threatening, and Timmy wasn't really shocked again.
Yeah.
There's no real, like, oh snap, these guys are going to catch us. And when they do, like, feel like they're threatened, they, like, nonchalantly poof somewhere else. So hesitantly that it's like there's no bit of suspense or fear of these characters losing anything.
Something about the show is like about Bunsen is like it's simplistic. It could have been something like a chase kind of show.
Yeah.
Like clever chase show like Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote and Tom and Jerry.
Right.
But like it's the writing's just so dumb and like corny.
Yeah.
Cheesy. It's just like
Butch, good job.
It's not even good brain filler. It's
not.
It's a boring show.
Very. Yeah.
This was like
you'd be better with Nick Jr. shows.
Yeah. Also, this was like a dumb. This is like not dumb, but yes, dumb.
Yes, dumb. I was gonna say,
wrong
don't
word.
miss on the opportunity of calling it dumb.
This was a really bland crossover. This was not even just a bland episode. This is really bland crossover.
Yep.
At some points you forget it's a crossover.
Right.
Because if they don't have much references to give, something what like a crossover usually does, they would present the characters in the most dramatic way, or crank the characters that are being crossed over up to 10.
Mandy in The Great Adventures of K&D.
Yeah, or
becoming number one and then taking over the entire base and going so far as to literally change the way that everything operates.
Yeah, like that character, like the character trait that character has, like crank it up to where they're one dimensional in a good way. It's like
right.
It's like they're just that character trait, and you just they're just cranked it to the max because yep, that's them.
That's it.
Yeah. This wasn't presented with any surprise. It was acting like this was just the show acted like it was a normal episode of the show. It didn't treat it like it was anything special.
Exactly.
Because even the 11-minute say uncle and Teen Titans Go, even even if you didn't like those episodes, they at least presented the crossover like
it was
a little surprise oh, we're going to do this
yep.
And hidden in the shadows, it's a guy we're crossing over with.
Yeah.
They at least do that.
Something.
And oh yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Build up. There's build up to it.
There's nothing here.
Yeah.
Everything's just
there.
Flat. It's so flatline.
There and it ends.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, again, like I said before, it's there's no bit of suspense to be so. There's nothing there. There's nothing about this crossover that makes you want to keep watching it to the end. It's just there's nothing at all. Even when Crocker and Amanda are going after them, it's no, there's nothing at all. It sucks.
You forget they live in different worlds. They might as well live next door. There's literally no point to this episode at all.
Exactly.
I mean, because
except to make Fairly OddParents look dumb.
Yeah. Well, they already made itself look dumb in some newer seasons, but still.
True.
Yeah. Well,
So hey, think about all those other crossovers that could have worked with Butch Hartman characters,
But with this show, it's I honestly couldn't imagine. I honestly couldn't direct a better episode between these two because Bunsen Is A Beast is such a bland show to work with.
That's very true. I mean, you could have added another secondary character.
What they should have did is what you mentioned before is Fairly OddPharents, where they just had all those 4 crossover and Bunsen came at the end.
Right.
I'd say what was weird is I talked to you this before off podcast, but that the Fairly OddPhantom crossover when Bunsen comes in, he's in the Fairly OddParents
animation style.
Animation style, and it looks better in that style.
Yep. I mean, obviously they didn't give him the budget, obviously, to go out and make that animation choice. Obviously, it would have been better for the series, but I mean, it looks a lot better when
he looked a lot better in that style,
mm-hmm.
and it's I don't know, just show that episode could have been a Fairly OddParents that was focused on Timmy, and then they just meet Bunsen later. Right. I probably would have been better that way. It's dude, you start off with the focus of Fairly OddParents.
You know the really sad thing about this? We're talking about Fairly OddPhantom, right?
Yeah.
This episode shows that it could have easily worked. Yeah. Because the portals are already there. Everything's already there. All they had to do was reference, one of them goes to the Phantom universe, one of them goes to Tough Puppy, one of them goes to Fairly OddParents. And then, because of the fact that, how did Tough Puppy walk into the Danny Phantom universe? He just walked in from the portal. That's it. That's all that happened. He just saw a portal, walked from Bunsen the Beast portal into...
Well, yeah, it also explains how Bunsen just walked into the...
Yeah, that's it. It just that's...
Because that was... Okay, it was a 4-minute short, but that was such a good one. It was a great one. It made me smile. It was great seeing Danny Phantom again, and then you just see him interacting with Tough Puppy, and him having a problem with the fact that he doesn't wear pants.
Exactly. You have it put a smile on my face as well. It was just such a great... God, I mean, you want that...
It was great. There was great interaction, right?
It was so stupid for Butch Hartman to put that up first, then have a crossover with this low potential following it. Dude, why? It's so much better.
When I say cranked up to 10, Tough Puppy, he was a complete idiot in that little short, but he was likable still. Yeah. Because the other characters were bouncing off him so well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because that's what you look for in a crossover. Good, like you want to see these these characters like bounce off each other. It's like Bunsen the Beast has nothing likable for me.
Nope.
So it's like I have no interest in anyone interacting with anything.
No. Butch, why could you just please?
It's called. You can literally cross over anything else. Anything else. Bunsen and the Beast do not need any more crossovers.
Nope.
Just like anything else.
I'm sorry, but I hope it does. If the season 1 is as bad as it already is, going through to the end, I hope it ends. I'm sorry.
I'll take a crossover of modern SpongeBob over this.
Yeah.
That's weird. SpongeBob have not gotten a crossover. That's weird.
That is odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the longest one that's running right now.
Yeah.
And it hasn't gotten any crossover. So weird, awkward.
By the way, like I remember like I was at my sister's house yesterday, and like my adopted niece, she was watching modern SpongeBob, and it was just like so nonsensical. It's just like
it's stupid.
Have you tried watching an episode of the modern SpongeBob?
I mean, everyone keeps talking about, SpongeBob's good now. Fuck no.
Is it? What?
Fuck no. No, it's not. SpongeBob still sucks ass. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
It doesn't really try to throw
It doesn't
jokes.
try to do anything.
It's just random, and it's just all over the place.
Yep.
I don't get it.
I mean, watch the first season or watch the first one. Just pick an episode out of the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob, then watch one of the new episodes and say that it's.
I'd say even the 4th season. After that,
watch one of those and then watch one of these new episodes from the 10th season and tell me that it's good again. Just try to tell me it is not. It sucks.
Is it on season 10 or 9?
Did season 10 already start, or is it in the process of about to start?
I think it's on season 10.
It's like about to. It's about to.
How the fuck is not dead?
Because, dude. Other countries love SpongeBob, and it's Nickelodeon's only big revenue maker, merchandise maker outside of.
Wait, is it still? I thought it was dropping.
Merchandise? No, I mean the ratings wise, no. Lighthouse is beating it, which is thank God. Lighthouse is good. Lighthouse is amazing, but like.
Oh, that deserves a crossover for the OddParents. What the fuck?
We can't. Nope. That would have been a good. See, now you're making me dream, man. That's too good because like they have different animation styles. The possibility's too good.
They're straight. They're actual smart characters in that.
Yep. Then you have the secondary character or Lincoln's friend is smart. AJ's smart. You could have some sort of like if you really wanted to expand on. It's far.
Really too many possibilities.
Oh man, I love the potential of anything outside of this Bunsen and Beast crossover. This was so bad.
This show is bad. I can't imagine any crossover. I can't. You give me like a super budget. I can't freaking make this crossover any better.
We could make it better.
I guess.
You could add anti-fairies and all that stuff. You could actually call back to things. Add Jordan.
But here's the thing. It'll end up being a Fairly OddParents episode. I can't do anything with Bunsen and the Beast.
Are you saying that if you had an unlimited budget, but you had to be Bunsen and the Beast, you wouldn't be able to change it all that much?
It would just be Bunsen and the Beast. It would just be Fairly OddParents episode and Bunsen and the Beast animation.
How about this?
They'll just be like cameos within the episode.
Well, what about this though? If you had an unlimited budget, you had to make a Bunsen and the Beast episode crossover. What about all of the beasts from Bunsen Is A Beast universe get out into the Dimsdale universe?
Is there more beast?
Let's just say there are. I don't know.
How many episodes have you watched of this show?
I've only watched 2. Let's just say that there are more beasts.
Are you counting the 13 minutes between the two, or you are like?
I don't care. I'm just saying. I'm pitching ideas here that are smarter than this whole thing. Bunsen walks through the portal. Mikey walks through the portal. They're having fun. They're hanging out. Back at the scene where they're in Timmy's room. Remember that? We see a bunch of beasts from Bunsen's world fly into Dimsdale, and now they have a problem on their hands. They have to defeat all of them. That would have been a better sort of thing to end with than let's have Amanda and Crocker.
Actually, I can't make this better. Like,
yeah, you can. Yes, there are ways. Fucking don't.
Okay. Actually, no, because the answer's already there. Bunsen and Mikey are just like are fucking around like they usually do, Bunsen's like, I have these portals in like my basement. I don't know, we just like keep them around. So like, you want to play around and walk through them, and and they just like randomly walk through one of the portals and just leads them to Dimsdale, and they just like meet up with Timmy like, who the heck are you? And they have to like trying to cope with each other.
Right.
They don't know each other.
Exactly.
That's the better part. Because now you got now you have to deal with development. Because now you can deal with actual development.
That's actually smarter. Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I just realized
having no friend adversary would have been so much better if they had no idea about each other.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. And another thing about this crossover, yeah, they don't like a lot of crossovers. Like you get interest of them meeting each other. They just know each other.
Right.
It's like, or they just get accustomed to each other. Like snap, like well, you can't hear it over the.
Of course.
But like just that.
Just instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was this. I don't know who writes for this. I don't know who's the writer behind this, but I don't know. Are you guys hiring for new writers? I mean, we could probably do something maybe 50% better than this. I mean,
we're gonna be like, I don't work at Nick. We're gonna get let down. You saw what happened to the creative chowder and like
true.
And like Harvey Beaks.
I mean, you got true. They're probably paying.
But then again, I do need money.
Right.
I like more money.
They're probably paying the writers on like a fucking minimum wage salary. That's why this stuff is so bad.
You know,
if they're being paid more than a minimum wage salary and they're coming up with this shit, then I'm disappointed. I mean, seriously, if you guys are being paid more than more than $30,000 a year, more than like maybe $50,000 a year, then you guys that's fucking pathetic. I'm sorry.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna be honest. If they're giving me money to for the purpose of making crap, I wouldn't watch myself. I'd take the money and
you just make crap.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying that? No, I mean for them to write good stories though.
Oh yeah,
like an actual good episode.
Well, actually, I'd put okay. You know the point of this a Bunsen the Beast. It's supposed to be like a weird metaphor for like. Except it's like
accepting the weirdness of someone.
Yeah, accepting different people it's supposed to it's kind of trying to do like a weird Zootopia thing or like something like that. It's it's like a hidden message.
Accept someone as weird as they are. Doesn't matter if they're special or not.
Yeah, or accepting refugees or something.
Right. I can obviously see that. But they did a fucking horrible job.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, Butch Harmony did a fucking horrible job. Whatever the fuck this is. Oh yeah, work with refugees that fucking have their fucking what, dude? Come on, make a better story than this. Jesus Christ. Mikey is fucking idiot too. Oh my god. Again, like I said before,
dumb this show.
Like I said,
and everybody's just overly happy too when Bunsen the Beast, like his teacher and all of his students. Nobody's just weirded out.
No one's just okay, well no one had woke up on the bad side of the bed this morning except for Amanda. No one woke up on the wrong side of the bed. No one's oh well, I don't feel too well. No, everything's peachy in the world of Bunsen Is A Beast. Everything's happy. God, what would you rate this episode of Bunsen Is A Beast? Give him an A for effort?
That doesn't even deserve a rating. That's how bad it is. Yeah, we talked about this before. When we when we saw when we talked when we were reading old ratings, they were give super bad stuff 1 out of 5 stars, and it's do you have to give them that 1 star? It's just for existing?
Right.
Do you absolutely have to give it a star? Can it just can it ever be no stars out of 5?
Exactly. Yeah. Secret Mountain Fort Awesome, that.
Yeah.
That.
There's nothing to get out of this. This is no stars out of 5.
Right. I mean, I was gonna say 1 out of 5 just because. I don't know. Well, even that. It's there were just moments that I saw that were all right, this is okay. Only okay, not good. Okay, that's okay. Cosmo wanted talking, and that dialogue just felt nostalgic to me as an actual thing that happened. For 30 seconds, they could hold a conversation and the writers could actually do something that was solid. I mean, other than that though, Timmy's dad being there, fucking stupid. Bunsen Is A Beast and Mikey are fucking stupid. Amanda and her jokes. Fucking stupid. Crocker acting like a fucking idiot most of the time and losing all the things that he was known for, being a giant anti fairy person to the 99th degree and actually being threatening. Fucking not there.
This is the perfect parallel to Jimmy Timmy Power Hour because you got because back in 2004, I think because SpongeBob was number 1, but I think Timmy for highest rated show on Nickelodeon was Fairy Live Parents was number 2 and Jimmy was number 3.
Yep.
So you got like
the biggest shows.
You got like 2 of the biggest shows crossing over to each other with good animation and good development.
Exactly.
And this is like a complete parallel. We got 2 shows that are like barely getting much ratings. They're both down. They're both going down.
And they're both bad.
Not only that, it's just like Bunsen Beast is just starting. It's already going downhill.
Yeah.
From like the first episode.
I mean, yeah, that's the difference, right?
It's like, and like it's the crossover nobody will absolutely care about. Like with Jimmy Tim Power, everybody was like on that crap.
Was excited, and everyone was hyped. Here, it's like kids probably watch YouTube videos instead of watching a crossover between two crappy cartoons. I mean, you want to know why people are turning off cable? Because your writers are like making this bland shit. It's not good. It sucks. Just make something better. Come on. Yeah. I'm just to be completely honest, it was not. They did a horrible job. But dude, you know what's another worse thing? You were talking about the second and third highest rated shows back in the day. You know how many Nicktoons are still on Nick right now?
How many?
Take a guess. How many Nicktoons
3.
are still? 4. And one of them's about to end.
Oh, it's close.
One of them's about to end. TMNT.
Oh fuck.
So yeah, there's only
that was good from what I've seen. I still need to watch it because like it's continuous.
No, it's really good. It's just like they're ending it, then they're replacing it with a 2D animated TMNT. So it's gonna be very interesting. You know.
I'm curious.
Yeah. Hopefully it's good.
Knowing Modern Nick, I don't know.
That's the problem, right? I mean, you could be excited, but Modern Nick is bad. This is the example. Bunsen Is A Beast is the greatest example. Because
like from the description of that new, it's like they're trying to Teen Titans Go-ify TMNT.
That's what it seems like. Yeah. So. I mean,
kind of like Ben 10. Well, it's not. I realized. Okay, look, have they even are they even showing that Ben 10 show on Cartoon Network?
Apparently, here's the funny thing. It's released in other countries, but they haven't given a release date for Ben 10 on in the U.S. yet. They keep saying March, but they haven't given us a premiere yet.
I don't like it. Like if it's either that or is it like just like shipped to Boomerang like most other cartoon shows?
No, it's. Give me a second.
I'm going on time for a second, but yeah. Nosferatu.
This one was giving me paranoia. Like who the fuck? But no. You know the weird thing about
Justin.
Oh, okay, no. But no, like it's weird because like Ben 10, I think it has potential. The new one, the animation sucks, but it has potential. It looks like it could be the great successor to the original in terms of just being having that character be just like he originally was. Gwen being similar to how she was. Everything feels similar. It just feels like the animation's cheaper, which will definitely ruin Ben 10. It will completely affect Ben 10 2017 because I just reviewed Ben 10 2005. That is a brilliant cartoon. Like,
it's weird. With the animation of that new Ben 10, it's
downgrade.
It's definitely downgrade. But here's something weird about it. It's like sometimes I rag on stuff for like taking themselves too seriously, but with that type of animation, I feel like
you can't take yourself fucking seriously with that animation.
I feel like it's kind of like it's weird that I feel like it's taking itself like lightly because it doesn't seem fitting for like the kind of jokes they're trying to make it for.
Right.
It's just like so weird. It's like they don't look like they're allowed to squash and stretch or anything or do any weird type of cartoony stuff.
Right. I mean, I've seen videos of the series. It's over.
It looks like it's supposed to be normal, like a normal and grounded. It looked like it's meant to be actiony.
But the animation style, again, the animation style will hinder it as less than that. So, I mean, we will see. But is there any...
And I mean, in a way, it doesn't look like it's meant to be more comedic.
No, I mean, that's very true. I mean, there was a scene, actually. Sorry, the characters feel the same, but the writing of the episodes themselves feel a little more comedic. We see different scenes where it's like, he turns into the flame guy. I don't know. Sorry, guys, I don't know all the aliens' names here. He turns into the flame guy, and like he just sits there. Usually, we know like the original Ben 10. They tell you what his character's like. He is he wants to help whenever he can, even with the Super Slimo cards. He likes, he will still help as many people as possible. That's him. This Ben 10 will sit there during a bank robbery and be like, did you get that on camera? Oh man, did you see that? That's cool, isn't it? Yeah. Ben, you're missing the bad guys. Oh man, really? Yeah, it's so stupid. It's so, the character feels similar. It just is drawn out more into a comedic style, just like Teen Titans Go was. And obviously,
it doesn't seem on a level of Teen Titans Go, but it seems like,
well, it's true, not to the level of Teen Titans Go, but just
it's corny though.
It's corny. Yeah, I was trying to find words for it, and thank you. Yeah, it's just weird. It's very weird. You know.
I mean, like, I guess, like, I can get used to it if the I can get used to this weird animation change if like the writing was better and the characterization was better.
Sorry, we're looking through pictures here. I just have to mention the Omnitrix here looks really, really ugly. Like, it looks as cheap and simple as possible. Back in, like, they made a pretty good care back in 2005 about
also making the aliens,
the coolest watch in the world.
The aliens look more humanified.
Yep, no, they did a really great job back in the first iteration. This slimmed down, simplified, all that stuff. You know, just bad. Not bad, but just downgrade. And that's what turns a lot of people off from this series. It's like it's a downgrade from what we saw in the original. What is the future of Ben 10 if it is going downhill in terms of everything, like story and animation wise? Because that's all that we really liked about Ben 10. It was just a great Saturday morning cartoon.
So wait, where is the show? It's like, it's just like showing other countries?
So this is the 5th iteration of Ben 10. There have been 4 other ones, of course.
Yes.
2 of them teenagers. The other one was him going back.
They're all connected, though.
They're all connected. All connected.
It's like I said.
This one's a reboot though. This one's the first big reboot. But
even though it's not that big, it's just like
it. Yeah.
It's not even bombastic. It's just like
oh, we're here. That's it.
Yep.
Hey guys. Yeah. It's like no, they're not getting the hype like Samurai Jack is. You see that, right? No one's like as hyped like they are for Samurai Jack as they are for Ben 10. No one's like, oh snap, here comes Ben 10. Oh, guys, get excited. Mark, you're excited. Come on.
Like I get it. It's trying to be like a show, or it's not trying to be like less episodic and more like anybody can jump into these, but you can still have these like. You can still do an action show where, like, you can jump into anyone. Because, like, even Ben 10 had plenty of those episodes like that.
Yep.
The original Ben 10. Mm-hmm. And plenty of other action shows did that, too. Like, freaking the Season 1 of American Dragon did that well. Jennifer Lee, Danny Phantom.
Right. I don't know. Ben 10, I think the future is, it's a big question. Like, what's going on here? Why are they making these decisions?
Why is it barely showing? It's
not out yet.
Is it?
No.
Okay, so when's it coming out?
They say March, but it's not out yet.
No, the first episode was released a long time ago, though.
In other countries.
Oh, that was a different country?
Yeah. Other countries, it was already out. The United States gets it late, which is usually the opposite. Usually we get it first, then everyone else does. But no, it's opposite. Don't worry, I've been tracking this and making sure, like, when is this coming out? Like, you know.
I'm not excited for anything. I'm just like curious. It was like, I always like came to mind, like, yeah, whatever happened to that shit? Yeah. It's like already March,
right?
And like I think I saw the first episode like last year.
Gotcha.
What I think it was last year when that first episode was released.
Yeah, it was. I think September or October.
Yeah.
In other countries. One thing I want to talk to you about though is give me a sec here. We saw the first look for DuckTales. I don't think we ever talked about it. You've seen it, right?
Yes.
So, you know, I want to just talk about this again, just get your thoughts on it. You know, of course, we saw the whole thing, you know. What do you think of the new, not just animation, but just it coming back 30 years later?
I'm more interested in this now when I actually having more thought about this. Like I did, it's using the same animation for the current Mickey Mouse cartoons,
right?
Which it's definitely more held back because those newer Mickey Mouse cartoons are like definitely inspired by Ren and Stimpy. How like squashing and stretching, like close up they are and stuff.
Gotcha.
But this is definitely more held back to be more tamed than that, which like thank goodness. Because, here's something about the older one. It's just like it's a fine show. You can just jump into any episode whenever.
Right.
What I'm getting excited about this one for is like
the adventure continuing of it.
It's not even a continuation. It's more like they're actually like they're trying to develop characters in a way where like they're introducing every element of it, and that's something the original show didn't do. It's just like they just lived with Scrooge McDuck, and like Donald was in the Navy, and sometimes you got to see Donald, but like no, you actually see them actually meet Scrooge McDuck for the first time. You had to see Donald dropping them off and stuff.
Exactly.
And like it's looking like it might be the replacement for Gravity Falls I've been looking for. If it keeps up like an episodic sort of like arc throughout the show.
Gotcha. So you never got attached to not to go and move away from DuckTales. You never got interested in Star as much. I'm guessing.
It was interested. It wasn't like a replacement for Gravity Falls for me. It didn't seem like it didn't seem that much of an arc building show like Gravity Falls was.
Right.
This seems like it has the potential to be that because like they're just like introducing all these elements into and I can easily imagine them doing that with this and like the animation like. It was weird when I thought it was weird when I first heard about them like actually like reusing the animation from the Mickey Mouse cartoons, but like yeah, it's more tamed and like looking at this actually works for action this potentially works for action and stuff.
Exactly. We see a scene. There's a scene, of course, where we see Donald in a sort of like peril here, and it's like that actually looks pretty good, you know?
Yeah. And
you could actually have almost a feature movie. You could have a feature movie if you wanted to. And
if they
had a little more detail, maybe. But yeah, just
Also, it's like another high point. I'm just happy to actually see finally a new use for the Disney characters in the show, in an actual TV show, instead
like
of
the original Disney characters,
instead of like a Nick Jr. show again,
or Disney Jr. Yeah,
it is Nick Disney Jr. Go ahead, say Nick Jr.
Disney on Nickelodeon. What did you say? Comment.
A Disney Junior show. Right. And like, it's like those Mickey Mouse cartoons are good, but I want a whole.
You want an actual like
show.
Like the big one that I always call back to was the Three Musketeers. Or it was
yeah, that was a movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about a show. Sorry, I just call back to seeing them together. Always cool. It's always cool to have them like hang out like that, and I thought that was just a great thing.
It's cool to see like,
for instance.
It is cool to see like a mature use of the Disney characters in general.
Yeah.
Is like I like these Disney characters, but they barely
use them
for them. Yeah, that's weird.
You know why? I think they don't want to ever have a bad iteration where the characters get into like a like, oh well, this wasn't good, so it was okay. Like I guess they don't want to use it like. But that's
I can see that,
but that's weird because they would never have a bad series of the card. They'd always make sure that the series was good.
Yeah,
like I mean, House of Mouse was fantastic. And they used a lot of characters.
Well, that was just reruns of the Mickey Mouse Works cartoons.
Well, yeah. But I mean, like, just having them to, like, the idea of, all
well, like, House of Mouse, angered me in a way, because, like, House of Mouse it's a tease. It's like,
it is.
It's like, oh, it's a crossover show with all these Disney characters. No, it's just reruns of Mickey Mouse, and you can just get these little segments with them. It's not much. It's just mostly reruns of Mickey Mouse Voice cartoons.
Exactly.
I'm like, oh.
Great job, Disney. Thank you.
And then they would have what would be the worst is like they would have these I'm using quotes people like TV movies of like the Mickey Mouse House of Mouse.
Right.
And it's just like no, just more Mickey Mouse more cartoons. And it's like this is not even a real movie. This is still just
just a bunch of compilations.
Yes.
Man, Disney knew how to milk that cow. But yeah, it's just exciting. It's exciting to see these original characters back, as specifically Donald, seeing him back.
Yeah,
just the Duck family.
I'm liking the characterization of these of the Huey, Dewey, Louie.
Yeah, it's the most exciting Duck since Duck Dodgers. It's the most exciting Duck series since Duck Dodgers. I would say that was WB. I'm just saying most exciting Duck since Duck Dodgers.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, unless you're talking about breadwinners. I mean, that was pretty good ducks, right?
Is he in the podcast?
Got me.
But like, God dang.
Well, no, we were talking about just DuckTales, having the ducks back. You know.
Yeah, like I like these. It's kind of like a modernized. I like these modernized versions of Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Yeah. They're not these like little kids that just like wants to do pranks and crap.
Right.
And also I remember the girl character. She was just like, I didn't like that character back then. She was just like an annoying, high pitched girl,
right?
Little girl, and that like just
there.
Yeah, I can relate. There was no characteristic of her besides girl, besides Bradley the
female.
Yeah. Like it seems like she has actual character in this. Like I'm liking the characterization because the only characters that seem different from the original so far is just Huey, Dewey, and Louie and the girl, and that's kind of the characters kind of need to change up because to be honest, I couldn't. You couldn't imagine others. No, I couldn't tell you the difference between the three in terms of personality. Right. Because Quackback was interesting because it had like a different characterization. But gotcha. That was like, but that was like milking on 90s. Exactly. Yeah, but like it's like yeah, I'm liking this iteration of Huey, Dewey, and Louie because like they're giving them different characters. I'm liking when they're doing this. Yeah. And like they're making the girl an interesting character and like holy crap! I'm looking at this trailer. Scrooge Duck is even more of a badass. I'm Scrooge Duck has always been a cool character, but like it's like you just like. I'm seeing him becoming a badass again. This is just fucking
dude, he's
cool.
like John Wick. I'm back. I'm just gonna kill everyone. This is not the adventure we were talking about, buddy. He's gonna go out killing everyone. And yeah.
Did you ever take a current screenshot of that dragon shit?
I just took a picture of the dragon. I'm gonna probably use that as like a little clip. I'll probably put this in have a clip of this, just like
I'm sure Disney will allow that.
Yeah,
no,
they just as bad. I do no screenshots are okay. I learned from YouTube. Screenshots are okay. Videos are not. You can't do videos are not. You can't. That's the whole thing. So yeah, but exciting, really exciting, really awesome. Hyped.
Yes, I am. Yeah. Yes, I am. Even if it's not what I think it's going to be, it's still. I feel like it's still going to be like a decent.
Good enough.
Yeah, it's still going to be.
It's not going to be Bunsen Is A Beast. It is not going to be Bunsen Is A Beast. It will not even be Fairly.
Dude, that's bottom barrel right there, right?
Right. It will at least be as good as Fairly OddParents. I'm saying good Fairly OddParents. It'll be at least.
I'll say at least be as good as Star Wars versus. I can't compare those crappy Nick shows. It doesn't even seem like anywhere close to that. Those are like their own like section right there. Right. I mean, I say it will be like at least as good as If it's not as what I'm expecting to be, it should be at least as good as like something like Wonder Over Yonder. And that was. Did you like that show? Did you want to watch it?
I only watched it a bit. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't give you like a personal opinion on it. It's been a while since I've actually. It's been a while.
I liked it. It's a funny, good show. Right. I mean, something close. Like at least something close to Star. Right. Yeah. Like it doesn't look. I can't complain about this.
No, I didn't see it was bad at all.
No. I mean, I can't complain about this at all. I can't. There's like nothing that looks bad about this.
No.
Everything looks promising in this trailer.
Bigger question: will you go through Otakon if it comes out before Otakon and blast the theme music, and sing DuckTales through the halls?
Okay, I take back everything. I guess that new cover, it seems weird. I don't know. It might grow on me. I guess the show is that.
Oh, I didn't. I was just talking about the original.
Yes,
the original's okay.
Actually, no. I think the video game, the DuckTales remastered. Yeah. I have on Wii U.
That one's good.
Which I do want. It makes me do want to replay. But my friend Robert, Nexus Ultimate, is like borrowing my Wii U for Zelda Breath of the Wild. The DuckTales remastered video game remade the DuckTales theme song. And it's like higher quality and it's so good.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
And it's like a full song too.
Right.
So good.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That is awesome. Because that cover cannot work. I'm sorry. I know that it's like 99% the same. It's just the singer, but the singer changes it too much, which is why I think it's just like we're holding it too much into.
It's not as bad as like the newer Ghostbusters theme.
No. That was.
It's just like it's kind of
it was too Disney Channel. It was too like modern Disney Channel. Let's get a sitcom singer in here and try to change it. It was like if Miley Cyrus was singing.
We're only nitpicking here. It's like
that's it. That was the only.
This show looks good.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Very, very high.
Does it have a release date?
Summer 2017, I believe, is what they say.
That's gonna be hype. I'm on it.
Yeah.
I want it now.
What's up?
I want it now.
I mean, yeah, it will be very awesome. We gotta wait though. I mean, because if we don't, then, you know, it'll come out unfinished. So, you know.
Let it leak.
Let it all leak out.
Just like leak the whole first season.
Right.
I don't care if you I don't care if you can only if you leak the last like spoiler episode. Just like leak it anyway. I'll watch it anyway. I don't fucking care.
Right. Oh, all right. One last thing I want to talk to you about. Just because this is going to be an episode by itself. Then we'll watch Go Wild, and we'll do the whole Billy. We'll do Billy and Mandy actually next week.
Wait, how much time do we have? Or we're gonna watch Go Wild today?
No, I don't think we'll be able to. It's already 1:10.
Yeah.
But one more thing I want to talk to you about here. Boomerang. We were wondering what Boomerang was doing. Why Boomerang is so shit now. Why they have new cartoons on it.
Like I haven't. I never bought the cable package to like have it, so I wouldn't know.
Right. Well, Boomerang now is pretty much just modern. I did what you did with DuckTales on Nick. Well, it has Teen Titans Go, Gumball on it, and it's called Boomerang still. They did a rebrand back in 2014. The ratings are still low. It looked like it was dying. Everyone's like, "What's the point of Boomerang anymore?" Now we know what Turner's doing. They just announced they're doing a streaming service for it. For $5, you can get Hanna-Barbera cartoons, MGM cartoons, and Looney Tunes, just all access in the Boomerang library that is under the Turner name. So
that's smart.
Yeah,
I would love. To be honest, I can't get mad about that.
No, I'm not mad. I'm saying like they should do that for Cartoon Network. To be honest, that would be throw in some classic Cartoon Network series.
Oh yeah. Yeah, why is that? They don't have classic Cartoon Network. This Hanna-Barbera shit?
No, just Hanna-Barbera, MGM, and Looney Tunes. So I hope that at a certain point they say we want to put Cartoon Network content on a streaming service, and then we have all classic Cartoon Network. So you could watch Dexter's Lab, and then you could watch. Even regular show. It's off air now, so you gotta put it in there. Follow it with regular show, and then watch Camp Lazlo, follow it with Foster's Home, then follow it up with, just a giant nostalgia trip if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I think they should allow that and actually expand on that. I think that's in the future. We'll probably hear about that within a year, I'm sure. If they're already pushing for Boomerang, they're going to do it for Cartoon Network too. So I think this is just smart. They're trying to keep their channel relevant, and Boomerang sucked already, so. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, going on that subject, Hanna-Barbera. I'm just going off subject for a good bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Look around Hanna-Barbera. I like how they're not like rebooting. They're like making like passion cartoons with these old Hanna-Barbera series. Instead, they're like making new cartoons in the form of like WWE crossover promotions.
Oh my god!
It's like those are. I've seen clips of those. Those are freaking weird. It's like. Instead of like making a new Flintstones short out of passion and love for the series, it's just like a promotion for like WWE. It's like Fred Flintstone is just like it's a cartoon of like it's like Fred Flintstone's like getting all these real freaking wrestling people,
right?
And like it's just an episode with them, and you got a new episode that they made a new cartoon, The Jetsons. Exactly. And that's a WWE promotion. And like, you got these two Scooby-Doo, like, WWE ones. It's why? Right. Something I'm mad about is, I would kind of like to see just, like, a new iteration. I would like to see, like, a passion project out of these. Like, a passion, like an actual, like, reboot just out of passion. Yeah. Not out of merchandise. Well, not really a reboot, just, like, more of, like, a passion cartoon, just this one special episode come back we haven't seen in years. Right. That would be really nice. I also like how they, spiritually allow for the Flintstones to come back through Fruity Pebbles, That's always nice. But yeah. It's not even them anymore. They just have like these basketball players. Now they've gotten rid of Team Fruity or Team Coco. Yeah. It was cool to see them when they were on there though. But yeah, Hanna-Barbera cartoons, that sort of thing. That's nice. That's smart. Is it sort of weird for an audience that doesn't usually stream? Because, that's an older audience. The older audiences don't really
use streaming services. Only like, I mean, if adults want to throw back to older stuff, that's cool. But usually, like they're not watching Hanna-Barbera and MGM. So again, guys, do this for Cartoon Network, and I think you'll get a lot more money. I promise you. You do this for Cartoon Network, you're going to make a lot of profit. Have a streaming service that can go on Android, iOS, PlayStation, Xbox, all of them. Blow it out of the water. But anything else, man? Because I'll wrap it up with this.
That's it. I'm excited for DuckTales. Bunsen the Beast can go eat a beastly dick.
Yep.
Because that crossover was awful.
But you gotta do something else here. I'm sorry. You gotta do something else, you know?
Oh, I know what you can do.
What?
Retire.
Huh?
Retire.
Oh, stop. I thought you were saying what's hiring. I was like, oh,
no, retire. Just retire.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Even though I want Danny Phantom to come back, I want to see it in like a cooler art style too.
Yeah, why don't you guys just do Samurai Jack, like a Samurai Jack reboot? It's too much for them though. They can't.
They're gonna do something, do Danny Phantom, and do nothing else.
Right.
Unless like if it starts to suck too, then just give up. Just stop. Just retire.
You know what? Just a limited series. Just do exactly what Samurai Jack is. Just a limited series of Danny Phantom. Just that's it. Because we can't even trust you with a regular series like Fairly OddParents or Bunsen Is A Beast. So how about just
a comeback fan service movie?
Yeah, giant movie, 2 hours long, in theaters. Nickelodeon, fund it. You'll get a lot of money. I promise you. Put it in theaters.
Or do the actual Fairly OddPhantom crossover, but exclude Bunsen the Beast. I don't want to see that fucker anymore. God. I want to see that fucker anymore.
Yeah, because
I don't care if the show gets better.
What would the relevance be of him even being there? All it would do is just like every time you'd hear it, just
and head that shoots confetti.
They kill Bunsen. He's been dead the whole time. It's in Mikey's imagination. Mikey, you're mentally.
Oh my god, it'd be so good if that show actually gets dark.
Right. No, it's. In Mikey's imagination, Bunsen was actually an imaginary thing. No, Bunsen was an imaginary friend, and then in Timmy's head, fairies were imaginary friends, and then they all combined into the foster home, and they're just sitting there in foster home for imaginary friends.
No, you realize they're both in the same insane asylum.
not even in an imaginary home.
Yeah.
Nope, insane asylum. And Nickelodeon's just like closing the gates slowly. Just nope, you're done. All right, guys, that'll do it for this episode of Cartoon Chat. I'm Brian Swan, joined alongside Mark Warren. Find him on K9 Biscuits and Blasting Turbo Ports. Yep. Thanks.
And like other stuff, you look hard enough.
Pornhub, I think. But yeah, thanks for coming by, man. This is cool.
We don't talk about that. That's your past career too.
True. All right.
Please stay tuned for our Pornhub podcast. We're up the Porn Democracy channel.
Porn Democracy. Porn Democracy. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.